love with Flyers hockey right now. This is so much fun to watch. I don't care that I do care a little bit, but for the last 2 games this weekend, I wanted to save a video so I could do both in whole. But this is even better. I was only expecting 2 points this weekend. We got 4. I was only hoping for 2 points this weekend. We got 4 points. Beat both teams, Toronto and Boston, in Toronto and Boston. On Saturday, we beat Toronto 3-2 in a shootout. And guess what? Last night in Boston, we beat Boston in 3-2 in a shootout. Thanks to Sean Couturier against Toronto and Joel Farabee against Boston. Now, what a great game. What a great hockey game. I love 3-on-3 overtime, by the way. I love it. I mean, it's very nerve-wracking. Don't get me wrong. But, man, it's fun to watch. The 2-on-1s, the 2-on-0s. It's fun to watch. In Game 1 this weekend against Toronto, Phil Myers scored again for his second goal in back-to-back games. Oscar Lindblom scores his 8th goal of the season. And Sean Couturier, obviously, scores the shootout goal. And Elliott was 30 of 32 on saves. Now, the problem with the Flyers so far this season, for the last 3 games actually, because we played Montreal on Thursday of last week. Then we played Toronto, and then we played Boston. Every game has ended the same, 3-2. Every game we were leading by 2 goals. And we just let it up. Yeah, that is annoying. It's pretty annoying. And obviously I want to, be better than that as a hockey team. But we're on a roll right now. We're on a 5-point streak. And we're on a 4-game win streak. It's crazy how much coaching can do. Because AV, our coach, I've said it before in past videos, and I know these Flyers videos don't get as much attention and love as, say, a Sixers video gets, or an Eagles video, or even especially the Joe Girardi videos, which have been the best on this account, on this channel so far. The Joe Girardi videos, you guys love them, and I can't wait to be making tons, 162 baseball videos, plus that with playoffs, and obviously with, the All-Star break and all that. I can't wait to be making baseball videos daily. I mean, I love baseball. I love baseball a lot, and, I can't wait for that. But back to the Flyers. I mean, man, they're taking the words away from what I have to say, because they are doing things that we did not expect. As a fan base, we did not expect the Flyers to be this good. Right now, they are 10-5-2 heading into Wednesday against the Washington Capitals, which is obviously going to be a tough game considering they're 13-2-3. Doesn't mean that we can't beat them. It's just going to be a lot tougher than, say, I don't know, like the Devils. We've killed the Devils twice this season already. But Phil Myers this weekend and Montreal, he scored 3 goals in 3 games. The kid is... First of all, he has a rifle of a shot. I mean, the shot against, Boston, that went right off the crossbar and in. I mean, he's filthy. And he's a tall defenseman. I really do like Phil Myers. And obviously, in the beginning of the season, he was, a little slow. But he's a rookie. He's he's a good rookie, but he's still a rookie. Konechny scored in the Boston game, and Joel Farabee scored the shootout winner. Joel Farabee's goal was literally the easiest shot either goalie had to save all night. It was just a little wrist shot right into the top pocket of the net. Just no deke, no speed. Just flick it in, flick it. And Carter Hart was 27-29 on save opportunities last night. I mean, the Flyers they're just playing a really good brand of hockey right now, and I'm loving every second of it. I never expected us to beat Toronto and Boston in the same weekend, let alone away. It's one thing if both of them are at home, but to do it away in Boston, who have been almost perfect throughout the season. They picked up right where they left off last season after losing the Stanley Cup, but they picked up right where they left off. And they're still dominating teams. They've always been a good hockey team, obviously. Boston's good at everything, it seems like. But, beating them in Boston after letting up 2 goals in the third period, that takes confidence in this team. And this team has a lot of confidence right now, and it starts with the coach. Alain Vigneault is a really good hockey coach. He brought the Rangers to the Stanley Cup, and he also brought the Vancouver Canucks to the Stanley Cup. Now, he's just a really good coach. He knows what he's doing. I go to a lot of the practices, and I see what he does. He can be hard at times, but he's also a player's coach. He'll take, say, Giroux, Kevin Hayes, Carter Hart, people of all different statures in their game, whether it be the captain, whether it be a new city guy like Kevin Hayes, or a rookie like Phil Myers, Carson Twarynski, or like Joel Farabee. Like he takes them aside, he tells them what they're doing wrong, and then he gets the trainer and they work on it. And that's what's good about Alain Vigneault. He's not like Gabe Kapler. He's not like Doug Peterson. They're player coaches. And not saying that Doug Peterson isn't a good coach, because sometimes he is and sometimes he isn't. It just really depends on the game and the situation that he's in. But Gabe Kapler was not a good manager for the Phillies. He wasn't. And that's why he's no longer here. I can see AV really being a Stanley Cup coach winner. Not just get there and lose. He can win them. I can see him win them. Especially with a young goalie, young defenseman. Joel Farabee's obviously a stud. We have Cam York down in the minors at Lehigh. We have Konechny. We have Provorov. We have Couturier. Now, even with guys like Voracek and Giroux getting older and stuff like that, it's whatever. I mean, cool. Like, I obviously know they're getting older. Giroux's 31 years old. He's not going to be the captain forever. But I can really put my trust into AV and his coaching unit and his coaching staff and all that, because last year on the power play, the Flyers were awful. It was almost unwatchable when they went on the power play. This year, they're what, 9th? 9th on the power play and 10th on the penalty kill? It's so much better. It's so much better than watching what I watched last year. Because last year, attempting to watch some Flyers games it was absolute torture. And even this games, I'm not saying that the Flyers are going to win the Stanley Cup. I'm not saying they're a perfect franchise. They just lost, 7-1, 6-1 against the Penguins, not just last week, just 2 weeks ago. I'm not saying they're the perfect team. But they're a solid hockey team with young players. They're a mix between young and vets. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Justin Braun, Matt Niskanen, Giroux, Voracek, those guys are the vets. And then you got guys in their primes like Ghost and Hayes and Couturier and guys like that. And then you got Konechny, you got Farabee, you got Provorov, you got Myers, Twarynski. You got the young guys. And that it brings speed and it brings a lot of depth in your hockey squad. Last year, I guarantee we lose, if not won, both of these games that we just won this weekend. And I did want to make both of these games into a video to see, not compare. I wanted to compare it. I wanted to compare the two, but they were almost identical. Lindblom, Konechny, they've been the leading point scorers. They both score in Lindblom scores against the Maple Leafs, and Konechny scores against Boston. And then you got younger guys scoring, in the shootout, Farabee and Couturier, and then you have Myers scoring. Myers is so much fun to watch. He's only going to get better from here. And I know it's 3 games, and I know it's oh, like I can't get my hopes up too high. I'm not. He's a young player. He's solid, and he has all the confidence in the world right now, especially going back at home on Wednesday. The Capitals are never an easy team to play. Alex Ovechkin, TJ Oshie, you got so many good players down there, or wherever they're at in Washington. You got so many players, so many good players, and they just won a Stanley Cup 2 years ago. It's in Philly, primetime hockey Wednesday night. Flyers win both games this weekend, earn those 4 points. It does suck that they did give points to both squads, but 2 points is better than none. We're now third place in the Metropolitan Division. And we play the Capitals on Wednesday, like I said. That's it for this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. 157 subs. I know we can get to 200 sooner. I know we could do it. There was a lot of my last video with the Sixers was actually all over Twitter. But, the guy didn't use my channel name, so it's whatever. I'm not going to give him any publicity that he doesn't deserve if he didn't give me any. But the Flyers on a 4-game winning streak play Washington at home Wednesday night. Flyers 10-5-2 on the season. Win both games this weekend against the Boston Bruins, against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I am out. Peace.